Hi guys, my name is Igor Gubaidulin and I'm from Lithuania. And today I'm going to speak about designing for persuasion, emotion, and trust. And this topic was selected by some reasons. So let's start from very beginning. Last week, international community of usability and user experience professionals celebrated World Usability Day. And the main topic of following year is engagement. And yay, I love it so much, and let me tell you why. It would be a bit of a sad story, but in the end, I promise you it would be like happy end. So, shall we start? Currently, as you probably know, I'm working as an user experience architect in Nortal. But more than 10 years ago, I started my career as freelance graphic designer. And as freelancer, I made hundreds and hundreds design for sites. But I have to admit, I was like a tool, like hammer in clients' hands. And if you'd like to have Audi or Chevrolet look-like design, I will do it for you. And this site is from very small auto dealer in Klaipėda. It's third city in Lithuania, but it's not so big. And I wasn't very happy about it. And after a while, I realized that I'd like to solve real problems for real users, and that user interface design or site design is nothing without power of ease of use. So I began my journey into usability world, and for almost 5 years I was happy and I was excited about it, but of course there is one but, as always. And in beginning of 2010, I was working with a team who were creating a new service for Lithuanian National Library. And of course, sorry for logo, it's not mine, it's from client. And this service was very superb and awesome. You can order paper or electronic copy of any document, including books from public libraries all around Lithuania. So it's cool, isn't it? But when we started working, we created, I think, very detailed analysis, provided comprehensive wireframes, created about 200 different layouts in Photoshop, and after that we conducted a usability testing. So everything was done great. But in the end of a project, we are waiting a big success, and for some reason the service wasn't so popular. And everyone in our team and clients' side tried to find a reason why. And we find it. And we found that by applying traditional usability techniques, we can enhance efficient, but just because people can do something doesn't guarantee that we will do. So we should somehow motivate or pursue those people to make an action. In short, usability stands for can do, user experience for will do. And every time you're designing something for a real user, you should ask yourself, will do. And for example, everyone can do sport, but does everyone sport? I think no. And as designers, we must find a way how to engage those users to sport, for example. Also, I realized that usability is not longer enough. And we must step into the new world of user experience, emotional and persuasive design. So I started digging in social psychology, and I found that there are a lot of different studies of engagement and persuasion. And it's not at all new. For example, offline retailers have been using similar tools for years. And I found a lot of different books, good reading about it. And you can see it on screen. Has anyone read Cialdini's Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion? Or Norman's Emotional Design? Has anyone? No, oh, it's so sad. So I strongly recommend to read those books. And even more, surprise, surprise, I found that design for persuasion had been used years before first studies. For example, Hitler seems to have had a few of these tricks up in his sleeve. And this voting balut from those ages. And says that, do you agree to join German Reich, and that your leader will be Hitler? And the circle in center is for yes, and circle some inside it's for no. And I think there is no doubt which is more persuasive. And so I started trying to use those techniques, and but my knowledge wasn't very good. It wasn't well structured. It was not organized at all, and so I kept digging and searching for something more. And I found a wonderful toolkit created by Human Factor International. This toolkit is rooted in social psychology and consists from over 17 different techniques for making user experience more engaging, compelling, and effective. And even more, it adds psychological level to gentle nudge a customer to make some action and to move towards a stated goal. And now I'm going to tell you more about this tool set and these techniques, but before I start, I'd like to warn you and say some words about it. These techniques may sound some cynical and manipulative, and it could be even used for evil purposes. And but you should remember that it's just a tool set, and a usage of it depends on you. So let's begin. And Pet Design Toolkit is about designing persuasion, emotion, and trust. First of all, it's trust. And trust techniques are for establishing credibility, providing assurances, and removing risk. Speaking about emotion, it's the prime determinant of sense of subjective well-being. And emotion-based techniques are about electing a desired emotional response during a process. And last one, persuasion techniques, it's triggers for an action, and it relates to mechanics. So To illustrate those techniques, I just downloaded a PSD from internet. It's not my design. I ripped some graphics from Design by Humans shop. And yeah, it's actually a fake shop, and I call it La Shupa. I don't know why. It's just for no reason. And let's pretend we are designers of La Shupa, and we are selling T-shirts made by designers, and we have a goal. We should sell more, as always. And honestly, there is no wrong with this design. It's perfectly good usability design, and I don't know. Maybe it's good enough to use it, and that's all. But we can make it much persuasive by adding some additional details. So let's start. And actually, first of all, we address trust. And the trust is essential. And trust is influenced by some combination of factors which act as trust markers. And first in the list is credible organization. We trust in brands which seems to trusted and credible. And credibility depends on many factors like expertise, reputation, history, marketing, and etc. And have you ever heard about a company named Xiaomi? Have you? 1, 2, that's all? Oh, an oversight point. Xiaomi is one of the most biggest mobile vendors in the world. I think it's like 3rd in the list. And actually, most of sales are from China. And in Europe, Xiaomi is not very popular because of credibility. Nobody wants to buy products from China. And everyone knows that it's like poor quality, and it's better to buy Samsung or Apple and don't buy Xiaomi. So, speaking about La Shupa, or our design, I'm not sure is it credible. So I just add a question mark, and we should work on it. The next one is domain name. And it's not design thing, and I think that I have not too much to speak about it, but some recommendation from my side would be like use a brand name as domain name. Select a domain from list of .com or national list. And the last one, don't use subdomain for main shop or main site. So let's say that La Shupa domain name, lashupa.com, it's so-so, and I also put question mark. So next one is design quality. And what should you know about it? It's that when we designing something, we should follow a brand strategy. For example, lead. Do you know lead? I think so. Yeah. And we are saying that we are cheap. And when we look on design, it seems to be cheap. And it's okay. And you should design like that. So, as I mentioned, La Shupa's design, I think it's good. And we can like put tick mark. Do you agree? Okay. So next one is that we should match existing knowledge. And People are strange, and once you have learned something, you'd like to use it. And so as designers, we should follow our user knowledge. In general, I think that Le Shop is okay. We can find cart, we can find product list, and it fits in our knowledge. So I put a tick mark. Next thing is about frequent asked question. I have not much to say about it also, but one thing you should know, if you want to gain trust, you should provide as much information as you can. And of course, you should be oriented on your users, not on yourself. Okay, so we have no fuck you here, we can put crosses for it. Next thing is citation or quotes. And if somebody speak about you, show it. And if you love something, speak about it. And each site is like a person, and we as users would like to know a bit more about this person and his interests and his reputation. So don't be shy and provide some quotes about you. Le Shop haven't. So it's also crosses. Next thing is current content. And up-to-date content indicates your freshness and responsibilities. So please don't make the same mistake as Megrame. It's very big manufacturer from Lithuania did. So it's like that. I took this screenshot tomorrow in the morning, and as you can see, the recent news is from last year. And does it mean that they stopped working? I think no, but they, for some reasons, don't provide actual information and up-to-date information. On Le Shop side, we have a promo title, New Season Arrivals, and I think it's could be counted as actual and up-to-date information, and we can put tick for it. Next thing is extensive content, and speaking about extensive content, we trust in authority that is plentiful with knowledgeable. But Le Shop doesn't have this kind of content, so crosses. Links, or sometimes we call it reference, it's same as quotes. If somebody trusts a site which link to you, he will probably trust you. And otherwise, if somebody don't trust site which links on you, you don't get trust from this user. And once I saw an erotic massage promo banner on construction firm site. So it's crazy enough, yeah, but I don't know why, and what it seems strange and weird. And I didn't use services of this firm by some reason. So next thing is physical address, and not physical address. I missed some, yeah, physical address, and I have no what to say about it. One thing you should know, that users would like to know that you exist in reality, and you are real. So just provide a physical address, and that's all. Next thing is about policies, and it's seems same as frequent asked question. You should provide as many information you have. That's all. And speaking about certification and awards, we trust somebody who has a very good reputation, who have established and, for example, established a certified organization or trademarks. And it means that if somebody trusts you, I don't know, PayPal or Visa, that means I can trust you. So it's like a not big deal, but you should provide information in your site. And LeShupa doesn't. Next thing is about testimonials. And we trust in organization who trusts us. It's simple. So we can do it like by providing some text like, click here to let us know what do you think, and providing some feedback form. LeShupa hasn't it as well, but we have to work on it. Maybe we can do it better. And the last thing, not the last thing, two last things, it's about famous people and common people. And it's very simple. We trust in people like us and celebrities we admire. And in LeShupa, there are some photos of people like me, like you, so we can put a question mark and maybe find a way how to make it better. And last one is peer advice and service comments. And one fact you should know that we trust our peers or our friends more than do official marketing material. And I think it's pretty clear why. And as designers, we should find a way how to organize peer-to-peer communication. But let's see. For now, it's crosses. So now you know 16 trust markers, and we can start design. And by using those techniques, first of all, I changes all colors of links. Everybody knows that link is blue. Links are blue, and so I make it blue. Made it blue. And next thing that I made is I added some footer on bottom of the page, and you can find where some frequent asked question or some quotes from TechCrunch. Do you read TechCrunch? Yes, one people, one person. 2 person, 3 person, okay, a lot. Not a lot, but still, enough. Extensive content. We add some blog posts of our designers. And we provide information about physical address. We added some icons for certification for Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and so on. It seems little details, but it's very important. And when you are working on a new site or trying to improve old one, you should follow these small details. Okay, I added some policies for users. It's like rules, refunds, payments, services, and so on. Okay, is it good enough? Yeah, maybe it's good enough, but we can we have what to do more. And now we was speaking about only trust. But I didn't forget about emotion and persuasion. So let's see what we do more. Yep. So, before I start, I just want to say that previous design had 3 trust markers. Now it's 9. So it's kind of better. Okay, let's move on. And first technique I'd like to share with you, it's instruct motivation technique. And there is a lot of different techniques for instruct motivation. I take one, it's named optimal level of dissonance. And it means that we should present something that seems unusual, but not so unusual. And for example, if t-shirt made by a designer usually cost $50, and we can draw customer attention that our t-shirts, it's under 30. Yeah. So, first techniques. Second one is about reason for request. People think if you give a reason for making this decision, I will also be more likely to make this decision. And so we can add like small slogan and short slogan. Everyone needs some inspiration, and it would be enough to persuade users to buy. It's a kind of probability, but we are moving on, and we step by step we are making this e-shop better. One of the most powerful things we can do is help customer to see the value of something. And but the fact you should know, people don't have an internal value meter, and every time we should find is it worth or not, we should find a comparison. We should make a comparison with other things, and to make it, we can use contrast principle and show previous price and current price. That's all. It's simple, but it works. The second thing about contrast is when scanning visual information, we automatically draw attention toward things that stands out from design. And I rearrange some blocks, and now it's look like that. And even more, we can use paradox of choice. You know, freedom of choice is critical for us. But some research shows that more choice lead the lower overall sales. And people only think that we want more choices, but we are confused by too many choices. And if you offer too many choices, there is a probability that person or user wouldn't choose at all. So let's limit to a product list, and I remove one of t-shirts. Good enough? Or not? Yes? How do you feel? I can hear you. Okay, I think it's not. And maybe it's yes, but let it be not. And so let's move on. And Next small thing, but very important, is about social proof. People will do things that we see our people are doing. And we assume that popular things are things that are worthwhile. So by adding this small piece as beige top 1, we can bring users' attention to this block and to say that it's important. You should choose it, or not choose. Not should. You must choose it because it's top 1. One more thing about it: you can lie about it. Nobody knows, but don't lie too much. Okay, let's move on. And next thing is extrinsic reward. And it means that we should give people something that can help motivate people to act. For example, it's 25 bonus points. Is it good? Is it bad? Nobody knows. But it seems like, okay, I will get something for more. And it's more persuasive than it was before. Next thing, it's scarcity, and it works absolutely crazy in every design. When people want now, exactly now, what we not be able to get in future. And by adding a label only one day, we let people think that, oh, it's last chance to get this t-shirt, and you should probably buy it. Is it work for you? Yep, I think so. Let me warn you, don't use it too much. When you're using it too much, you can develop this technique. And so it depends on you, but my recommendation, don't use it so much. Okay, what's next? Power of free things. Do you like free things? I think so. Yeah, I like it too much. And if you be able to give away something for free, customers, people will likely to buy it or will do some action for this free present. So I add free shipping, and now it's all, but it's cool, yeah? Next thing, it's bigger, and there is 3 different principles. I add it on top. It's like, it says that $2 from every purchase goes to save lines and find more link. And people think that if you give me a reason to feel good about my decision, then I'll be more likely to make this decision. So in this case, if I buy t-shirt, I will have to help to save lines. Oh, yay! And of course, this block is argument against our self-interest. We are helping for lines. It's not for us. Don't look at me. It's for lines. Everything for lines. And another thing is about brand. We admire some brands, people, and so on, and we can use it. I just put National Geographic logo, and it works. So.
You mean that it is also a place where you can lie?
No. It doesn't mean that. But if you are really interested in those things, and if you're social active, you should act like that. So.
You need to have an agreement with National Geographic.
Sure, yeah. But it's for learning purposes, so I think it would be good enough. Shall we continue? Okay. Next thing is social learning. We are influenced by our people, and if somebody like me says that I love it so much, I most likely buy this t-shirt instead of another t-shirt. So what you can do, you just provide some reviews or comments inside or near this product. Okay. Next thing is about peer advice. And I love this technique a lot, but I hate this implementation. And I think you would agree with me. And as I mentioned before, we trust our friends more than marketing. So we should find a way how to persuade customer to advise to his friends or whatever. And for this purposes, I add just a short form to invite your friend to buy it. And I promised to give some discount for this person who recommends. Okay, last one from my techniques. It's about written public statements and about visceral processing. We are very consistent people, and if I promised that I will do something, I would do it. And so we can ask people to put something in writing form. And I mean that when you're selecting from list, it's also writing form. And way most likely to follow through this process later. Next thing is about visceral processing. It's very strange word, but it's about that how our brain automatically responds to visual stimuli. And for example, bright saturated colors, smooth object will attract our attention. And what I did here, I just put red color, red banner, which attract your attention, and I add a GIF finder form. And you can select some and search for it, and search for t-shirt. Okay, so in the end, we had design like that, and in the first beginning, we have like in left on your side. And I think there is no big difference between those two designs. But second one is more persuasive and than previous one. And so you can try to use those techniques to achieve trust and to persuade people to buy something or to make an action. And in the beginning of my presentation, I promised you that I will show some cases from evil and from evil side, from dark side, and so let's speak about dark side. And first technique is from Rainer side, and I hate it so much. It's most worst scenario you can have. And it's about no contrast. When you're trying to move straight from this form and you like should select but don't ensure me, you should somehow to find it in very big, very long list. And I hate it so much. Next thing is about power of free things. You can use it in very evil purposes. For example, this case is from Badu site, and when you are trying to delete your profile, you will the service will ask you to stay for 3 days more, and we will provide you some superpowers. I don't even know what does it mean, but it sounds cool. It's superpowers. So don't delete it. And last one from my presentation is about also power of free things and misinformation. If you can see by default subscription of Red Safe something service is added by default in this card. And even more, you will pay for it every month. So it's kind of evil, isn't it? And to conclude my presentation, and I would like to use a quote from the user experience design guru, Luc Arbon. You cannot not have an experience, so learn how to make it a memorable one. So thank you very much, and if you have some question, please find me in Nortal Space.